What's up everyone, David here, and I'm here today for another 5 things from Shin Megami Tensei game that I want in SMT 5. Today, you've seen the title, we're taking a look at Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. So I'm gonna give 5 things from those games that I would like to see in SMT 5. It can be completely rip off something from DDS and bring it into SMT 5, or it can be just take inspiration from something in DDS that I really liked. We sparked some pretty good discussion with the SMT IV the video, so if you guys have anything to say, anything from DDS that you would like to see in SMT 5, drop a comment below. Let's hear it and let's have a talk. So let's jump right into it with my first point. In Digital Devil Saga, the first thing that there is in the game that I would like to see in SMT 5 is a very unique setting. Let me explain. Being the leader of Embryon, a massive tribe that's implicated in a massive battle between different tribes, was something very new and something very different. It felt great to be someone important who's in charge of a tribe. Like, you're the leader of those persons and everyone is looking up to you. Everyone is completely following your orders and stuff, and that was very different. You know, in most SMT games, yeah, you're someone special because you have certain powers and stuff, but not in this type of context. And I feel like a war context was very nice because you're the leader of a tribe who's in the war. It's not a war between Lucifer and Merkaba and you're in the middle of it. It's just different, and I really appreciate that. It is not your typical, you're someone, you're a nobody, and who you have this massive power, so now you must save the world. It is different. Everyone's fighting, everyone is soldiers, and they're, you know, having a battle. Now, there's a very unique twist as well. Like right at the beginning of Digital Devil Saga 1, it's not a spoiler, everyone knows that already. Everyone gets the ability to transform into a demon, and that was also something very refreshing. I mean, you get to transform into a demon, which is something that we've never seen before, or almost never seen before. So once again, very unique, but I'll come back to this ability to transform at some point later in this video. Honestly, I would like SMT 5 to take a similar approach when it comes to their setting. I'm not saying that I want a war setting like in DDS, or that you must be the leader of some type of gang in the game, but I want a setting that's as unique, if possible, as Digital Devil Saga. The second thing from Digital Devil Saga that I adored, that I would like SMT 5 to take inspiration from, is a completely new and expansive progression system. Once again, Digital Devil Saga is very different to other SMT games when it comes to its progression system. As you level up in the game, you gain mantra experience, which allows you to raise your mantra level. In the game, there is a big mantra grid, and you can gain new abilities when you get a lot of mantra points. So it's just something different, but there's so many options for you that's available, and you get to control the mantra of all your characters. So all your party members, they have their mantra, and you can customize them. You can fully customize all of them. I feel like that was way more diverse than, you know, in SMT 4 or Strange Journey, where you get, well, in SMT 4 and for Apocalypse, you get app points, which gives you the opportunity to buy certain apps that give you advantage. It works, it's great, and it's simple. In DDS, it works, it's great, and it's very complex, but in a good way. So that really do appreciated that. And it's the same thing for another game like Strange Journey, for example, where you collect formas on the field, and with those formas, you get access to new apps for your Demonica. It's, once again, something that we've seen a lot of times. So I would like SMT 5 to go in a different direction when it comes to their progression system, and allow us to, you know, fully customize everything if possible, because this is something that I love in my RPGs, and this is something that they've done extremely well in Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. For my third point, I just want to mention it's possibly the one thing that I would like to see the most for 5. Digital Devil Saga tackled mythologies that are not present as often in other Megaton games when it comes to the monsters and demons that you face in the game. DDS 1 and 2 had a bunch of demons from Indian and Hindu religions, and its various mythologies, of course. I don't know if it's just me, but when playing through DDS, I encountered a bunch of demons that I didn't know about. I had no clue where they were from. So I did a bit of research, spent way too much time on the Megami Tensei wiki to read about those demons, and I learned about a bunch of them. We do love our classic demons that we always hear in fictions, whether it's movies or games or just Megaton games in general. Lucifer, Lilith, Satan, Cerberus, all of those, we always see them. But in DDS, there was some new demons from other mythologies that are as interesting, if not more, that are not here normally. So it was great to see them, and I wish that SMT V looks at different mythologies that are not exploited as much to bring demons in the game. A massive roster of demons also would be dope, just like in DDS. So honestly, I just find it extremely intriguing and entertaining to be able to research and try to understand more about the demons that are in the game. So I wish SMT V gives me something new in that aspect. Number 4, easy. I want fun dungeons to explore. Why did I put this point in my Digital Devil Saga video, you'll ask? Well, it's fairly simple. As we all know, Shin Megami Tensei V is being developed under Unreal Engine 4, and we're going to get our first HD mainline game. So that's extremely exciting. In Digital Devil Saga, everything when it comes to the dungeons are full 3D, and that looked amazing on the PS2. Basically, it's the same engine as Nocturne, just so if you guys can get an idea if you didn't play DDS. SMT V needs to take advantage of the Switch system, the Switch hardware, and give us some very beautiful 3D dungeon exploration. Dungeon exploration can honestly be better than it ever was with this new engine and the beautiful 3D models that we'll get in SMT V. Now, when it comes to my reference to Digital Devil Saga, in DDS in particular, the dungeon stood out to me. And I remember that I did mention that in my review. All the dungeons are very different from one to another, so it is never boring. It's always exciting when you get inside a new dungeon. Another thing in those dungeons that I adored, that I wish would be in SMT V as well, was those amazing puzzles. Megaton in dungeons, they aren't new to puzzles. There's been puzzles in most SMT games, so it's not a new thing. But in Digital Devil Saga, unlike in other games, the puzzles, they're fun and great to complete. They're just a ton of fun. I'm gonna give an example. In Strange Journey, there's not a lot of puzzle, but when there is puzzles in certain sectors that you have to explore, they're not fun. They're not fun to go through, or some of them are absolutely absurd. That's my opinion, of course, but I just think those wrapping puzzles or wrapping mechanics in some of the dungeons are just not fun. In Digital Devil Saga, for example, you have to find the prince of the princess in one of the dungeons in some type of frames. You explore the dungeon, try to find all the frames to find the right one. You fell into certain traps if you don't find the right one and stuff. They're just extremely unique. Once again, everything about DDS is unique, and the puzzles and the dungeons, they look great and they're fun to complete. Now, you guys know I have to talk about the combat. I talked about it a bit at the beginning of the video, but DDS has a very unique combat mechanic that I don't want actually in SMT V. But I do want a very unique combat mechanic to be implemented in SMT V. Something completely unique, something completely new that we've never seen before. Now, I am pretty confident that we will have a bunch of quality of life improvements similar to what we got from SMT IV to Apocalypse when it comes to the combat in Shin Megami Tensei V. But of course, that's not going to be enough for me. I would also like a very unique, unexpected, major combat mechanic to be added in SMT V. Of course, when it comes to DDS, I'm looking at the ability to transform into a demon while in combat. That was something that was really fun. As in human form, you don't have the same resistance and weaknesses as when you're in demon form, so it was just a ton of fun to revert into human form or back into demon form whenever you're in combat. That's something that I just adored completely, and I hope SMT V goes once again very unique and give us new abilities that we've never seen before. Overall, Digital Devil Saga was just an extremely unique experience, and the dev team explored stuff that normally weren't explored in mainline, and I adored it. I have to say that most of the time, it was a big success what they tried. Hopefully SMT V delivers when it comes to new ideas and mechanics, and it isn't just a small upgrade from what we've seen time and time again in the past. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and if you want to stay tuned and hear more about 5 things from certain games that I want to see in SMT V, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that little bell icon to get notified every single time that I have a new video. As always, and if you liked the video, a thumbs up helps so much. If you disliked it, you can definitely drop a dislike, but I would appreciate a comment telling me why you didn't like it so I can improve myself. So thank you all so much for watching, and see you next time.